Hi, it's Denise with Divine Soul Astrology. Today we're going to talk about Pluto in Aquarius and how it's going to affect everybody, right? Also, not just the collective, how it's going to affect each particular sign. So you'll want to stay tuned. And let's get into this, right? We have Pluto in Aquarius staying for 20 years, and it has just gone into Aquarius January 20th. It's going to be in Aquarius for 20 years until March of 2043. Now, Pluto is a generational planet, and this is why it's going to affect everybody, right? Its transit lasts for so long. It's a 248-year transit. It lasts for so long that it takes, in each sign, it can be up to 31 years that it is transiting that sign. So it's really affecting large groups of people and, for up to 3 decades for some, right? So when we have Pluto in Aquarius, we talk about trends that are changing, belief systems that are changing, new innovations, people no longer believing in that trend or maybe that belief system. Whatever it is, they are onto something new. Often belief system changes, but spiritual interests can change. People, friendships will go away. We just won't be aligned with the same thing that we have always been aligned with. Some people are going to drop out of clubs, and they're going to no longer be want to be associated or identify with certain communities or groups. So let's see what else we have here for Aquarius. Aquarius is the planet of, it's a planet regarding humanity, right? For the masses, it's the people, it's large groups of people. It can be clubs. It can be clubs as well. It can be groups of people, it can be tribes, belief system, institutions, all that kind of stuff here. But when we see Pluto in Aquarius, we know now that it's time for change. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, transformation. And so we now have time for change, powerful change, because Pluto, which rules Scorpio, is the planet of death and rebirth, but it is about powerful change. It's intense. So we're going to see things that are going to powerfully change right before our eyes. Now, the transit is 20 years, so it may take, it could happen overnight for some, because Scorpio, or, Scorpio Pluto it can change things from day to night, right? Because of the rebirth, the transformation. And in the tarot, Scorpio is, the Tower card is really a Pluto card or a Scorpio energy. And just one day the tower goes boom and it falls down. So now we have a new beginning and something that it could be outdated beliefs that are, being left behind. With Aquarius, we're looking to go toward change that is more progressive, or it's about growth and expansion. It's about freedom. It's also about being authentic and moving toward change that feels more aligned with who we really are. All right. Interestingly enough, too, Pluto in Aquarius will show us where our power is, right? Since Pluto is about power as well. If you guys like this video, please give a like. All right. And Scorpio, interestingly enough, is the 8th house. So the 8th house is about power. Power can be growth, moving forward, change, progress, right? Now, we're in an 8-year. 2024 is an 8-year. It's a power year. So it's really a time for people to step into their own power. It's going to have to be authentic, though. In other words, aligning with things that really kind of vibe with you, things that you really identify with, and things that you feel kind of liberated with, but things that you feel that are really for you or good for you, or what you've always wanted, and things like that. This is the authenticity that Aquarius brings. Now, okay, a lot of us are going to be with Pluto and Aquarius in the collective, and in your own lives, you're going to be leaving things behind that are no longer authentic, or things that are keeping us limited, right? When we stand in, when we really act with kind of or move forward in our life and being true to ourselves. We're being authentic, right? We're leaving behind unlimited limiting beliefs. Okay, Aquarius is also a detached energy. And this will allow people as well to stand up for what they really want in their life. It allows them to feel detached enough to, hey, say, I'm going to do this now, and I don't care. What anybody says. I beg your pardon, guys. All right. When we talk about Pluto in Aquarius, it's time for profound change, right? And this is a time of endings and new beginnings. We're going to have new technologies, new innovations. There could be secrets coming out, like trade secrets, right? For new inventions and new technology, better ways to do things, right? And we hope that, it's going to help humanity in order to grow and in order to expand and evolve. Yeah. All right. Now, things can things can be very intense as well with Scorpio, since it is an intense energy. Pluto's very powerful planet, although it is a small planet. Yeah, trends are going to be left behind. Anything impacting societies that feel like it's not part of growth will be kind of put aside here. One day we could wake up and our whole life will be different. And we'll be looking to change, but to step into our freedom, our liberation, right? And Aquarius is often the rebel, which seeks freedom and liberation and doing things their way, innovating their way. A lot of inventors were Aquarius. I know Edison was an Aquarian. All right. Pluto is powerful, and Aquarius talks about the truth. So a lot of us are going to feel like we are being pushed to move toward our truth. Yeah, in order to bring growth and freedom. Okay, let's see how Pluto is going to affect us. Pluto in Aquarius is going to affect us for our signs. But let's continue here a little bit more about Pluto in Aquarius for the collective, right? And this could happen to any of us when we get into the signs and see how they're going to affect all of the zodiac signs. It will be according to your house. It should be a lot more. It will be more specific and more precise, right? But definitely Pluto, it can be called, it is about the occult, things that are invisible, things that you can't see. And so secrets can be coming out, of course. But also we could be learning about our own shadow self. And, that is definitely going to allow people to move into their authenticity and move away from bad habits or vices or maybe ego trips or anything like that. The shadow self, a lot of people will be working on their shadow self because Aquarius, it doesn't have room really for, it's really about being authentic and stepping into your power, the higher version of that, right? The shadow self is always the lower self. And so a lot of people are going to be shedding their shadow self. Interestingly enough about the shadow is that it is often what other people can see about us, but it's hard for us to see that within ourselves. But there's going to be a lot of growth here with Pluto in Aquarius. So a lot of people will be seeing that. And this is what I mean about secrets as well. Things that were harder to see before will be easier to see with Pluto in Aquarius. All right. A lot of people are going to be understanding the meaning of their life or their true life purpose or what they need to do to feel more authentic in their own life and possibly in their career, of course, right? So let's talk about Aries. We're going to talk about all the 12 signs. And for you, Aries, Pluto is moving through your 11th house, which is Aquarius. So this makes you, or this affects you even on a more profound basis, right? Because now we have more Aquarius, right? Aquarius is the 11th house, and it is moving through your 11th house. Specifically, this is going to have a profound meaning on your life about yourself, Aries. Excuse me. The ascendant, or Aries, is the first sign, and this is about yourself. It could be how you want to go about your life, how you assert yourself. You're going to be refining who you are. For many of you Arians, you're going to be Aries. You're going to be, excuse me, improving and refining, right? You're refining your image, and whether or not and how you identify with certain clubs, groups of people, things like that. For some of you, you could be really kind of refining your own qualities and saying to yourself, I don't align with that because like I've grown out of that. Yeah, I've grown out of that, maybe that club or that group of people because you're really going to be working on yourself. You could be building new communities, or maybe groups, maybe new social groups. Aries, as a leader, you could be right. Social groups, maybe you're opening up, maybe you're having your own type of, I don't know, something on social media, possibly. Definitely, your journey is going to be one with profound personal change, leaving you feeling liberated and true to yourself. It will be easier for you to see who will support you and who will not help support you in your journey toward, becoming your best version, right? Be careful not to be led into dark groups, cults that may be showing up as something positive. And this transit can show up as that because of the lower side of Pluto is the darkness, right? Or dark energies, dark people, or I mean in their heart, of course, but I mean people who have kind of lower energies, things like that. Yeah, people like that. Okay, Taurus. Taurus is moving through your 10th house, social status and career, Taurus. The 10th house for you is the house of ambition. This is about your life purpose and your stability and your resources. Okay, so Capricorn is the 10th house. It's about money and ambition. It really is. And so is Taurus. The second house is the second house of money and resources. Okay, so for you, Taurus, there's going to be a lot of opportunities for you to make your mark in the world, for you to build your wealth. Be careful about your kind of maybe attitude toward kind of higher ups. You may not like the restrictions, maybe, out in whatever career you are in. You may not like the restrictions of higher ups. So be careful for that. And so in order for you to climb the ladders, but the opportunities will be there. Yeah, let's see what else we have. Gemini, Pluto's moving through your 9th house. The 9th house is the house of Sagittarius, right? And interestingly enough, Gemini and Sagittarius are pretty good together, right? Because we have air with fire. Gemini is an air sign, and it builds up the fire, right? It helps support Sagittarius in a way, and so is Aquarius. Interestingly, it's an air sign. Communications with siblings could improve, possibly for the next 20 years, or at least this year. It's all going to, the timeline here with Pluto. Some people are going to have profound change overnight, and some it could be gradual, right? Some of you could be traveling both short and long term, Gemini, to discuss intellectual pursuits, right? Maybe maybe you're going to talk about philosophy or spiritual things because that's what Sagittarius is into. And you could be maybe getting a new podcast. You could be traveling both short and long term, maybe to foreign countries to talk about your intellectual pursuits. Maybe you are pushing an invention. We're not sure here. And yeah, it's really great though for you guys. And your perspective and anything to do with communication to friends or groups will definitely change. Yeah, it's interesting. Be careful not to make mistakes. Be careful with being patient, Gemini. Yeah, because Sagittarius is interesting how we have temperance in the tarot, which is, it can be seen as patience, but this is the higher version of Sagittarius. So I feel like there's a lot of Sagittarians who may feel like they are impatient. It's a virtue, right? We all learn, right? I myself, right, have had to learn patience, right? Yeah, everything turns out a little bit better when we are patient, right? Yeah, we don't get ourselves worked up either. Cancer, Pluto's moving through your 8th house, Aquarius, and the 8th house is Pluto or Scorpio, and so now we have Pluto's moving. Yeah, really interesting now. So even for you guys, Cancer, this is even going to be more profound for you guys. Because Pluto is the 8th house, basically, or rules the 8th house. And so this is going to be a very transformative time for you. You could be ending, maybe you could be moving, Cancer, right? You could also be, because it's about your home, right? Cancer is the fourth house of home and family. You could be feeling the energy to move into roles that you've previously only dreamed of because of this rebirth and this transformation that is coming for you. Transformation with power. Yeah, it's exactly right with Pluto. You have Pluto at home and Aquarius as well, because your eighth house happens to be Aquarius, right? And the eighth house is Pluto, as I said, ruled by Pluto. A powerful rebirth will be at play. And Aquarius is going to be there to help you innovate and make those changes. Yeah, it will be there to do that for you. You'll definitely be standing in your power this year, Cancer, and doing it also authentically. Yeah, really interesting. And you could also be like your tribe family, even if you don't have a family at home, those could change. Your tribe family, you could be saying, no, those people aren't really my tribe anymore. It's possible you could be thinking of that, right? Maybe they're not, you don't feel like they are really allies to you anymore. This is a huge theme for Pluto and Aquarius, right? It is for all the signs, but for you, it could be about your home, your tribe, right? Maybe groups of friends, or maybe the bridge club, right? Whatever. All right, so let's see. Be careful not to be too secretive, Cancer, because people may think that you're hiding something, but all the while you are really just stepping into who you are always meant to be. You could be really focused on that, right? And some will be questioning their relationships as to their authenticity. Yeah, some Cancerians, you're going to move your house. You're going to move house. You could be moving to a community that you feel is more progressive, or maybe possibly with the times, or maybe a community that you really kind of align with, right? Maybe you believe in that more. You could also be where you agree with the culture. Yeah, money's going to be really good for you. And and if you do move careers this year, it's most likely going to be where you feel really aligned with those people and their culture, right? If you are changing your work. Okay, Leo, Pluto is moving through your seventh house. And this is the house of relationships. And Leo, you guys are already about love. It's about love, creativity, children, right? Sometimes the arts, a lot of creativity for Leos. There's a lot of actresses and actors, and they're very artistic. And so is Libra. But Libra is also the house, it's also, the seventh house of partnerships. So we have love and partnerships as the theme. We do. And your thoughts are going to be on relationships this year, romantic and friendships. Jealousy could pop up, though. It could be popping up this with this transit for you. And so be careful, to squash that, or maybe not let it get the best of your relationship. But many of you are going to be evolving into a better relationship, right? Yeah, becoming better partners, which is great, right? You're going to look at things with a more balanced outlook, Leo, because of, and some marriages could suddenly end simply due to power struggles. So there's a great likelihood that you could really build your financial your portfolio or your wealth this year with a partner, or for the next 20 years, right? Could be any relationships, romantic or friendship, that don't add up to to authenticity, or you don't feel like that relationship is not really genuine based on what you feel is. You could just be squashing those relationships. Yeah, a lot of you are going to become better partners, and some of you will suddenly maybe have the urge to be marriage partners, marriage counselors. It's a possibility here, right? Yeah. And so Virgo, Pluto's moving through your sixth house. And so this is, Virgo, you're about your work and things like that, and health, possibly. It's also about service, because Virgo really wants to feel useful in the world. Yeah, they're very, what's the word? They like to build or do things, but they like to do things really kind of methodically. They like to do things very efficiently. So a lot of you guys are going to be helping people kind of either change their habits or improve their life in some way, with their daily routine, or possibly just things to help them in order to grow. to grow, exactly, and do things more efficiently. There's a general feeling of technological advancement with AI and robots. So in the work, right, in the work environment, and in the world. So just make sure you stay up, you stay kind of up on all the technological advances, Virgo, so you can just kind of have a leg up, so to speak, right? Yeah, many of you could be stepping into spiritual or psychic type of work, health careers, or some form of energy healing, or alternative healing. Some of you could be collaborating with special groups or friends that share the same vision as you. Yeah, and so Libra, Pluto's moving through your fifth house. The fifth house is Leo, and Leo is about love and creativity and children. It's about art. Yeah, it definitely is. Any type of art, or creating. It's important for you to follow your heart, Libra, because the fifth house is Leo, and rules the heart. Whether that is with your career or relationships, Librans will feel a need to express themselves either in their creative endeavors or within personal partnerships, right? It's kind of like how Leo was affecting, Leo was moving through the seventh house, right? It's kind of a switch here. But this is about you needing to express yourself as well, not only with your art, which could be maybe more innovative now, or maybe just feeling more authentic to who you really are, right? You could be saying, hey, I'm going to do it this way because, I feel more authentic. That is me authentically. But you're going to want to express yourself also in your relationships. I feel like anytime there's going to be a problem if you feel like you are not able to express yourself or speak up maybe in a relationship during this transit. Your creativity is going to be a huge theme for you, Leo, Libra, I beg your pardon. And also, you're going to want to have partnerships where people are on the same page as you, right? They believe in the same things that you do. Maybe you guys are in the same, I don't know, tennis club, or just anything where you're going to feel like you really want to align with your partner on a very authentic level. Yeah. And so, yeah, any artwork that you're doing or any kind of creative work that you're doing, you're going to want it to have some type of an innovative feel to it. Yeah, or maybe simply very authentic, right? Yeah, looking at ways to balance career and creativity. Even in terms of creating a family, Leo, you could be, trying to, am I going to have a baby now? Or, should we have a baby now? Or should we wait? Or should I focus maybe on creative projects or on your work, right? So you're going to be looking at how to balance partnerships and kind of balance your life. Yeah, you are. And so, and some of you are going to feel really good because older children or, grown children are going to be leaving the home. Yeah, with this Pluto and Aquarius. All right, for Scorpio, Pluto is your planet. So this is very at home for you, basically. And Pluto, your planet, is moving through the fourth house. The fourth house is the house of home. This is Cancer. This is the mother. This is your address. It could be also sometimes it can be your home tribe if you don't have a family, who you identify with, right? Kind of who you hang out with, or maybe a group of people have the same beliefs as you. All right, so many of you guys are going to be going through profound rebirth and spiritual growth, and a lot of Scorpios, yeah, will move, yeah, because of this fourth house. You're going to be moving, or you could be just changing your home environment, Scorpio, in a very profound way. Maybe you want your home to be more modern and innovative, right? And if you're buying appliances, you could be buying maybe large appliances that are, planet friendly, right? Or environmentally friendly. You could be doing that as well. You could be moving to a community where you just feel like you are really vibing with that community as well, right? It can be seen as you could be doing that as well. Be careful for power struggles within family units or within, your kind of clubs or tribes. Be careful for power struggles there. And secrets about hidden money, Scorpio, yeah. And some of you will be seeking out genealogists in order to understand family roots better. Okay. For Sagittarius, Pluto is moving through your third house. And this is Gemini energy, right? The house of communication. This is the mental realm, excuse me, the intellect. And so, Sagittarius, you're going to be changing the way you communicate in the world, or maybe with your social media, right? This talks about you could be really wanting to be authentic in whatever you have to say. So whatever you really believe in, or whatever you are really aligned with, you're going to want to talk about things that are very meaningful to you with this transit. And many of you will be stepping into your authentic voice, definitely, or talking about things that represent growth, or things that seem very, or feel authentic to you. Yeah, intellectual pursuits will be super important at this time. You could be reading, teaching, writing a blog, writing a book, possibly Sagittarius, starting podcasts, and money's going to be very good for you within the field of media and communications. Yeah, childhood friends will be on your mind too, and reconnecting with those will bring satisfaction. Yeah, definitely. And yeah, it's always a cool thing, right? Be careful what you say, Sagittarius. Avoid criticism, right, with your speech, or with your voice here. And reconnecting with those people from the past, your childhood friends, going to bring you a source of satisfaction. All right. We're going to talk about Capricorn, how Pluto is going to affect you, Capricorn. And Pluto is going to bring you a whole bunch of money, Capricorn, because you're already the house of ambition, the 10th house. Yeah. And some people like to call it social status and career. I call it the house of ambition because it's kind of all there. But this is moving through your second house, and the second house is the house of money and resources. So it looks like there's loads of money coming to you. Go look out your window right now, Capricorn. But it could happen over the next 20 years, right? Because Pluto is such a slow transit. But this is a great energy for you, because this is really what Capricorn wants. Capricorn wants to build wealth, right? As does Taurus, right? Now, major changes are coming regarding your finances. Money and opportunities to build wealth will seemingly be handed to you, Capricorn. You're going to feel powerful with the Pluto energy here, the Pluto impact. You're going to feel very powerful, building security and abundance for the years ahead. And you could be buying like vintage items, like antique items, things that are from the past. Capricorn is about the past. Capricorn likes the past. Yeah. They like geology too, and things like that. And, they like older people, older souls, because, they feel like these people are rich with wisdom. But Capricorn is about the past. And so, yeah, you could also be, you could be investing in real estate in this year maybe, or within the next, 19 years or so. But avoid letting negative energy about the past, or past friendships, or past maybe beliefs. Avoid letting negative kind of energies, or anything that is negative from the past. Don't let it hold you back with your little, with your kind of ascension toward the top, right? And at the top of the pinnacle is where you have come, where you are striving for or ascending to build your wealth. Yeah. And so now we have for Aquarius, and Aquarius, you're really at home here, right? With this transit, because Pluto is moving through your first house, which is Aquarius, right? And the first house is how you identify yourself as well, because it's based on Aries. It's based on the ascendant. And Aries is, this is about yourself. So you're going to go through a profound change here, but you're going to feel very at home most of the time. There could be times when you feel like you're being pushed to change, and, it might seem a little bit difficult for you. All right, don't resist the change, Aquarius. No, because Pluto will not allow anybody, right, to any of the signs will not allow resistance to change, because it is powerful. It is so very powerful, right? Yes, it is. Okay. Now, Yeah, and also Aquarius, it's going to be important for you to accept change and doing things in a new way. Accept change for your own growth, right? Your own expansion, your own liberation. But you're going to have to just don't resist it. Yeah, there's nothing to fear with Pluto in Aquarius, right? Sometimes change is hard. You're going to find new ways to empower yourself. You are. And remember, Aquarius, evolution doesn't always feel easy, right? It doesn't feel easy. We're trying to ride a bike, right? And we're falling off. We bumped our head. So change is not, it's not always that easy, but it does bring growth every time, right? Yeah, this is a time where you can really move forward in your life and really realize self-actualization and become the person that you are. And for you guys too, definitely you could be really stepping away from anybody who doesn't align with you, or any group of anybody, a small one person or a relationship, or or humanity at large, or society at large. You might really be kind of stepping away from anything that doesn't allow for your own freedom and your own growth, right? Or your own innovation. Be careful, Aquarius, not to become obsessed with anything, even if it's great, where you are on your journey, right? Don't become obsessed, and keep in mind, kind of be mindful of that, right? And remember your mental health, yeah, because your mental health is going to be very important. Yeah, in fact, for everybody, right? It is the most important thing. But don't get caught up on any kind of obsession with anything, even if it looks like, wow, this is $1 million right there falling in front of me, kind of. If you know what I mean, I'm sure you do. Okay, for Pisces, right? So Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac, and it talks about spirituality. It can talk about fighting your fears. It can, when we have Pluto and Aquarius, for sure, right? This can talk about, it can talk about seeing your maybe past vices as, I don't want to do that anymore, right? And and there's going to be a clarity for you guys, Pisces, because the fog will be lifted. The fog will be lifted for you guys, where you will see that transformation is needed. Yeah, often with Pisces, there's a fog there that kind of it can block sometimes, and creating kind of a fogginess to see what is clear, what is good, what is the right way sometimes. Yeah, and so yeah, you could be becoming much more spiritual, Pisces. You could be saying, I am. Well, maybe you're going to step into being a spiritual healer, or uh, the world's best psychic medium. I'm not really sure, right? It's going to depend on you guys, of course. But a time of super transformation for you guys, and understanding too that growth is associated with the spiritual life. Yeah, you guys are. It's kind of natural for Pisces, but some of us kind of realize this stuff going into life later on. I know I have, right? So yeah. All right. And so some of you are going to see where your own habits have confined you. Yeah, you're going to really see where growth is, uh, where changing, excuse me, you guys. I beg your pardon. Yeah, but we're changing kind of, just kind of maybe how you see life, and you're going to be able to see, kind of beyond the fog about what's really good for your transformation in your life. Yeah, for some of you, you're gonna be leaving bad habits behind, vices and things like that, and understanding that they have only been really confining you and keeping you limited. Yeah. Okay, helping you to live more fully, Pisces, and connections in your private life can help you move forward in your work. We're going to end this reading. Thanks, you guys. Please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next video.